What if I told you that one of the world's most complete and sustainable protein sources isn't some high-tech powder or a lab-grown meat, but this tiny, overlooked plant floating on a pond? It's a plant that can double its own weight in just a couple of days, packed with more protein than soybeans, and it might just hold the key to solving huge challenges like food security and pollution. And what if I told you that this very same miracle plant is seen by agencies like the USDA not as a savior, but as a potential threat, capable of causing massive ecological destruction? A plant so aggressive, it's often targeted for complete eradication. This is the story of duckweed, and its reality is far more complicated and way more fascinating than you might think. This isn't just a plant, it's a paradox. And understanding that paradox could change how you see the future of food, sustainability, and even what it means to be a weed.
When you think superfood, you probably picture something exotic from a remote location, sold in a fancy package. You probably don't picture pond scum, but that's where one of the most nutritionally dense organisms on Earth has been hiding. Duckweed, a family of the world's smallest flowering plants, just looks like a green carpet on still or slow-moving water. Each tiny plant, or frond, is barely bigger than your fingertip, yet its potential is enormous. For centuries, especially in Southeast Asia, this plant wasn't a nuisance, but a nutrient. And modern science is finally catching up, revealing a nutritional profile that is simply mind-blowing. The biggest reason for the excitement is its protein. Depending on the species and how it's grown, duckweed's dry weight can be anywhere from 20% to an incredible 45% pure protein. To put that in perspective, that protein content can be higher than soybeans, which have long been the king of plant-based protein. But it's not just about how much protein there is, it's about the quality. Unlike many plant proteins, which are incomplete, duckweed delivers the whole package. It contains all 9 essential amino acids our bodies need, in concentrations that meet the standards of the World Health Organization. This makes duckweed one of the very few plant sources that can truly go toe-to-toe with animal proteins like eggs and meat, a total game-changer for plant-based nutrition. Beyond protein, duckweed is a goldmine of other nutrients. It's loaded with vitamins like vitamin A and various B vitamins. Amazingly, some studies have shown it contains a bioavailable form of vitamin B12, a vitamin that's notoriously hard to find in plant-based diets. While more research is definitely needed to confirm its reliability as a source, the potential here is huge, especially for preventing deficiencies. And the list keeps going. Duckweed is rich in essential minerals like iron and zinc, and it's packed with antioxidants like carotenoids that fight inflammation in the body. It also contains a healthy balance of polyunsaturated fatty acids, including omega-3s. This isn't just a protein source, it's like a multivitamin, antioxidant supplement, and healthy fat.
If duckweed's nutrition is impressive, its potential for sustainable farming is revolutionary. This plant grows at a blistering pace. Under the right conditions, warm, nutrient-rich water, a patch of duckweed can double its entire biomass in just 48 to 72 hours. Seriously, think about that. No crop grown on land even comes close. Per acre, duckweed can produce far more protein than soybeans, using a fraction of the land. And it does this without needing pristine farmland. In fact, it actually prefers what we think of as dirty water. Duckweed is a natural cleaner, or bioremediator, meaning it thrives by soaking up nitrogen and phosphorus. Those are the exact same nutrient runoffs from farms that cause toxic algal blooms and pollute our waterways. This creates an amazing possibility. You could grow duckweed on wastewater, cleaning the water in the process and producing a high-protein crop at the same time. The U.S. Geological Survey and the EPA are already exploring its use for these very purposes. Its resource needs are tiny. It grows on water, so it doesn't compete for farmland. You can grow it in simple ponds or high-tech vertical farms, making it adaptable to almost anywhere. It's also incredibly water efficient. Unlike traditional crops that lose tons of water to evaporation, duckweed covers the surface, which actually reduces evaporation from the water below. From NASA looking at it as food for astronauts on long space missions, to its use as a sustainable feed for fish and livestock, the applications seem endless. It's a perfect model of a circular economy, a plant that takes our waste and turns it into something valuable.
So, if we have a plant that's a nutritional powerhouse and a sustainability champion, you have to ask, why isn't it everywhere? Why aren't we all eating duckweed burgers? This is where the story takes a sharp turn, because the exact same quality that makes duckweed so productive, that incredible growth rate, is also what makes it a terrifying ecological threat. If you've ever seen a pond completely smothered in a thick green layer so solid it looks like you could walk on it, you've seen the dark side of duckweed. When it gets into a natural waterway with enough nutrients and sun, its growth isn't just fast, it's explosive. It can outcompete nearly every other native plant. This dense mat blocks all sunlight from getting into the water. Submerged plants, which are vital for producing oxygen and providing habitat for fish, get starved of light and die. As they rot, the process sucks up huge amounts of dissolved oxygen in the water. The result is a low-oxygen dead zone, where fish and other aquatic life literally can't breathe. This can lead to massive fish kills and a total collapse of the local ecosystem. That serene green carpet suddenly becomes a suffocating blanket. This is why water managers often don't celebrate duckweed. They classify it as an invasive pest that needs to be removed, often with chemical herbicides. This dual nature is the heart of the duckweed paradox. It's a savior in a controlled tank, but a menace in an uncontrolled. So, back to our title. Why the USDA is terrified of this tiny plant. To be clear, the terror isn't about its nutrition. There's no conspiracy to keep a superfood off your plate. In fact, USDA researchers see many native duckweed species as beneficial for cleaning water and for animal feed. The fear, or more accurately, the deep-seated concern, comes from the USDA's main job: protecting American agriculture and ecosystems from invasive pests. The branch in charge of this is APHIS, the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service. Their role is to manage the risks of moving organisms around the country. When APHIS looks at duckweed, they see its invasive potential. Even though many species are native to North America, introducing a particularly aggressive, non-native strain could have devastating consequences. Government regulations are designed to be a firewall to prevent this. It's not about banning duckweed. It's about making sure any new strain is properly assessed before it can cause an ecological disaster. From a regulatory standpoint, the idea of promoting widespread, uncontrolled cultivation of a plant that doubles its mass in a couple of days is a nightmare. The risk of it escaping into local waterways is just too high. One person's backyard superfood project could accidentally trigger a full-blown crisis in a nearby lake. This is why you'll see strong warnings to never dump homegrown duckweed into natural waters. But the concerns don't stop there. There's another, equally serious issue: safety. Duckweed is a hyperaccumulator. This is what makes it so good at cleaning water. It greedily sucks up everything in its environment. While that includes good stuff like nutrients, it also includes heavy metals like arsenic, mercury, and lead if they're in the water. A batch of duckweed from a clean, controlled source is a superfood, but a batch from a contaminated pond could be toxic. The plant doesn't know the difference. This makes harvesting wild duckweed for food an incredibly risky gamble. Without knowing exactly what's in the water, you have no idea what dangerous compounds have been concentrated in the plant. This is where the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, steps in. In 2018, after reviewing an application for certain duckweed powders, the FDA issued a no-questions letter for its GRA status, meaning generally recognized as safe. This basically means they agreed that, based on the data provided by the company Parable,
The way forward with duckweed isn't about choosing between its two identities, superfood or superpest. It's about designing systems that harness its benefits while completely shutting down its risks. The future of duckweed lies in one key idea: controlled environment agriculture.
Innovators aren't looking to seed our natural lakes. They're building closed-loop systems, contained aquaponic farms, vertical farms, and bioreactors, where every single variable can be managed. In these systems, duckweed is grown on clean water, fed a precise diet of nutrients, and harvested under perfect light and temperature. This approach solves both of the big problems at once. First, because the system is contained, there is zero risk of the plant escaping and becoming invasive. It's farmed, not foraged. Second, because the inputs are pure and controlled, the risk of heavy metal contamination is eliminated. This allows for a consistently safe, high-quality food product that meets FDA standards. Companies are already making this future a reality. You can already find products, from protein powders to plant-based meat alternatives, that use duckweed protein. They're often marketed under friendlier names, like water lentils. This is just the start. Imagine cereals, pastas, and protein bars, all fortified with this complete, sustainable protein. Beyond what we eat, the potential for animal feed is enormous. Cultivated duckweed could provide a high-protein, sustainable feed for fish farms and livestock, reducing our reliance on wild-caught fish meal and land-hungry soy. This could fundamentally change the sustainability of our entire protein supply chain. And that water-cleaning ability becomes even more powerful in a controlled setting. Imagine a wastewater treatment plant that integrates a duckweed farm. It would clean the water more effectively while creating a valuable biomass that could be turned into biofuel or fertilizer, a truly circular and regenerative system.
The way forward with duckweed isn't about choosing between its two identities, superfood or superpest. It's about designing systems that harness its benefits while completely shutting down its risks. The future of duckweed lies in one key idea: controlled environment agriculture. Innovators aren't looking to seed our natural lakes. They're building closed-loop systems, contained aquaponic farms, vertical farms, and bioreactors, where every single variable can be managed. In these systems, duckweed is grown on clean water, fed a precise diet of nutrients, and harvested under perfect light and temperature. This approach solves both of the big problems at once. First, because the system is contained, there is zero risk of the plant escaping and becoming invasive. It's farmed, not foraged. Second, because the inputs are pure and controlled, the risk of heavy metal contamination is eliminated. This allows for a consistently safe, high-quality food product that meets FDA standards. Companies are already making this future a reality. You can already find products, from protein powders to plant-based meat alternatives, that use duckweed protein. They're often marketed under friendlier names, like water lentils. This is just the start. Imagine cereals, pastas, and protein bars, all fortified with this complete, sustainable protein. Beyond what we eat, the potential for animal feed is enormous. Cultivated duckweed could provide a high-protein, sustainable feed for fish farms and livestock, reducing our reliance on wild-caught fish meal and land-hungry soy. This could fundamentally change the sustainability of our entire protein supply chain. And that water-cleaning ability becomes even more powerful in a controlled setting. Imagine a wastewater treatment plant that integrates a duckweed farm. It would clean the water more effectively while creating a valuable biomass that could be turned into biofuel or fertilizer, a truly circular and regenerative system.
The story of duckweed is a perfect parable for our time. It shows us that nature's most powerful solutions often come with huge responsibilities. Here we have a plant that offers an almost perfect answer to some of our biggest problems: malnutrition, sustainable protein, and water pollution. And yet, that same plant, if we get it wrong, can be a destructive force. The USDA's caution isn't a rejection of duckweed's potential, it's a respect for its power. The regulations aren't there to stop progress, but to guide it down a path that's both safe and responsible. The future of duckweed isn't in our ponds, but in our ingenuity. It's in our ability to build systems that capture its magic without unleashing its mayhem. This tiny plant teaches us that the next great agricultural revolution might not come from inventing something totally new,
but from finally learning how to wisely and respectfully partner with the incredible and sometimes terrifying power that nature has offered us all along. What do you think? Is duckweed the future of food, or is the ecological risk too great? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you want to keep exploring the hidden science and surprising stories behind our food and our world, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next investigation. Thanks for watching.